Hey everyone, welcome back to the Dev Lab. I know I've been a little late dropping this video and I sincerely appreciate your patience. But guess what? Today's session is going to be super valuable, especially if you've been following our previous classes. In this bonus session, we are going to throw more light on the power of JavaScript string methods using a very practical assignment, whether you're just starting or reviewing. This is the class that will help solidify your foundation. Let's dive right in. So first, let's just create a file. I'm going to name it index.js. Okay, so we open our terminal. So let's just shift this to the right. You go to your panel position, right. Okay, so I'm going to be creating a base string because that's the string. This is the base string I'll be using to demonstrate a variety of powerful string methods in JavaScript. So let's start. Or let me just name it example. So this is what I'm calling it. So this is our B string. This is what we'll be using to demonstrate the examples I'm going to be showing you guys. So first of all, the first example I'm going to be showing you guys is how to convert all this string now to uppercase. So you just console log. We already know how to console log, just like this. Then you'll be calling in your variable. So our variable is example dot. As you can see, the number of variables, the number of properties are showing right here. So you just click it uppercase because we're converting to uppercase. So for us to test that, you come over here, then you load, then you have to call your file name because if you don't call it, if you miss anything, it's not going to show you the results. So I'm just going to be calling it index, our folder, our file. Yeah. So as you can see, it's showing everything here in uppercase, which means it's working. So let's try converting it to lowercase. So it's just the same process, just have to change the string method. Yeah, but you look for to lowercase. Yeah, so that's just it. Then you save. Yeah, it's working. So the next one we're going to be doing is to convert or no to replace a word. So let's try replacing this fun. Another it's a similar word we can use is exciting. Yeah. So let's just replace it. Then your variable name, then replace. You put in the word you want to replace first. So I'm going to replacing fun. Then I'm going to be replacing it with exciting. Yeah. So that's just it. Let's try that. Clear. Yeah, as you can see, it just replaced the word fun with exciting. So that works. So this is another string method replace. So let's try another one, another string method. Let's try finding the position of a word. So for this, we're going to be using indexOf as another string method. So index. So this just helps us to return the starting index where code appears in the string. It's just telling us the particular number where it's the index. Yes, that's the word. The index for where code for where this where whichever word is going to start from. So let's just start with code. Yeah. So let's try that. So 12, which means the index of code is starting from 12. So let's check that. So index starts from 1. So we'll be starting from letter L. So count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You be also counting the space. So 9, 10, 11, 12. So from 12, that's where the index of code is starting from. So from 12 down. So that's how it is. So if I was to change this to just old, it will show us 13. So let's try that. Yes. So it's starting from C down, which and the C is 12. That's the index of C. Then from down is 13. So yes, that's just it. So let's try another one. Let's try checking where a string starts from. So let's just comment on this. So calling so we'll be using start with. So this is just checking whether the group of strings, whether it's starting with with the word learning, then it will return us a boolean either true or false. So let's try that. It's supposed to show us true because it's starting with learning. Yeah. But if I was to use something like two, it wouldn't work. It shows false. Exactly. Or if I was to use empowering, false. So it's starting with learning. So that's what we're going to use. True. So that's just how it works. So next one we're going to be checking if the word ends with. It's just the same process. It's almost the same thing with start with, just the opposite. So we're going to be checking whether it ends with empowering. True. Yes. But if I was to use something like and, it's showing us false. Yes. Because it's not ending with and. Yeah, so that's just how it works. So let's try splitting the string. So what this just helps us, it just helps us to break the sentence into an array of words. So let's see what this has to say. So if you want to get more information of any string method or any method, just you can just hover on top of it to get more information. Yeah, so it splits a string into substrings using the specify separator and return them as an array. So let's console log that. Exactly. So as you can see over here, it's already broke the sentences into array of words one by one. As you can see, already separated them by the comma. So yes, that's just it. So let's try other examples. Let's try this. So let's review the index of. Let me just show you guys a normal letter. So it's going to be checking the index of, like I said earlier, it just shows a number. So okay, let's try this on our own to so that we can be able to predict what is going to show on the terminal. So let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if we're correct, it's meant to show us 12. Yeah, exactly. So index of C. So it's starting from 12. Yeah, so that works. And earlier we wrote code. So what it's just taking the first letter from that word. So if you want to even write something humongous, all you need is just that first letter. Then it will show you the index of the letter. Okay, so let's try this. Let's review the splits. So I'm going to be using this block bracket. Exactly. So what this does is splitting the spaces. Is starting from one. It's starting from zero, zero, one. So from here now, that's why it's showing us just this code. It's starting from the space. That's why I put space here first. So that's why it's showing us code over here. So that also works. Let's try another one. Let's try slicing, the slicing method. So for this, you just write the number you want it to start from. Code. So as we know, the index, we already know that the index of a letter here is code. So from what this is just trying to tell us is display us from the index of 12 to 16. As we all know, it's starting from this over here this is already 12. So 12, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's it here. If you want, you can count it. Yes, so that's just it. So let's try joining words together. Okay, so or let's trim. Let's try in this method trimming. So what this it just helps you to remove any extra spaces around any string, around all the strings here. But this won't look like anything to you because it's already blank. Normally, it's just going to show you just normal space. It just removes any extra space in the string. So that's just how it works. So let's try joining words together. For this, I'll be creating another variable. I'll be using the block. So what this helps us to do is just it's combining all the array elements together by using this string method join. Then it's telling this one is just going to the space. So anyway, just this space is just going to be like that. So you don't forget to log your console log. So let's try that. Coding is fun. Exactly. So it's just going to join every single thing here that we've just written here. That's what it's displaying over here. So that's just it. So the next one we're going to be doing is replacing spaces with hyphens. This is just going to be a little different from what we've been doing. So replace the that's the string method. Replace. Then for this you'll be putting your slash, then G. In between the slash there must be a space between them. You're telling it, okay, this is what I want you to replace it with. I want you to replace it with spaces. So anywhere you see space, you put this. So whatever is in this code, that's what you're going to be replacing it with. So anyway, this what this is just going to tell us is wherever you see space, put slash. So let's try that. Exactly. So like here now there's a space, so it's going to put slash. Here there's space, it's going to put slash. Here it's the same thing as it follows like that. So next one I'm going to be doing is to count the words. So then your space. So it just counts how many words are in this sentence using this let. So what this is a property, it is used to get or set the length of the array. This is a number one higher than the highest index in the array. 7. So there are 7 words here. 7 words. So let's try another one. Let's try appending strings. Hope you're enjoying this class. Example. So there are two methods of doing this, but let me show you the first one. So what you're just writing here now is you're telling it look for the variable example and add this. That's why we're using the plus sign. Let's learn together. Okay, so let's try that. Lovely. So as you can see, it has added it on already. So let's add space so it will look more organized. Yes. So this is one way of adding strings to another one, to a different one. So another method is like this. Let me just comment this. So another method of adding text to your string is this. Use the string method concat, because that's the work of concat. Instead of, if you want your work to look more professional, just use concat. But you can still choose to use plus sign, whichever you choose. So your space, let's learn together. So it's just going to show the same thing. Yeah, so that works too. So you can choose whichever you want. Both of them works the same way. So let's review the replace the replace string method. So let's just log example dot replace. Yes, you put the what you want to replace. So anywhere it sees and, you're going to replace it with this, the and logo. Yeah. So he has replaced and with this. So actually learning to code is fun and empowering. So that's just it. So the next one I'm going to be doing is repeating the string. So another example, another useful case for this is useful for stylizing for styling your text. So let's try another one, repeating the string. Repeat. Then you put the number of times you want it to be repeated. 3 times. So this repeated 3 times, as you can see over here. 3 times. So if you want, you can repeat it as much as you like. So let's try repeating this 7 times. So he has repeated 7 times. As easy as that. So another method we're going to be trying is the includes method. So includes. So we're just going to be checking if it includes the word code. It's meant to return a boolean true. So what this does, it just helps us to check whether this string, whether code is there. So let's try looking for exciting. False, meaning there is no string exciting there. So let's try extracting a substring. So it just helps us to get part of the string between specified indices. So I want it to show us from the beginning, from 9 to 16, the group of strings. So to code, meaning that from this is starting from 9 and this is where 16, where this is where it stops. So to check that, you can try counting it on your own. So the last but not the least, this is last and least we are going to be trying out. So this one is going to be char art. So this also helps us to get a single character at the particular index. So let's try getting from 15. So E. So which means, so we all know that here is already 12, 13, 14, 15. This is where it stops. So yeah, that's just it. So as you can see, JavaScript gives us a very powerful set of tools for manipulating strings and learning how to use them. So and learning how to use them can truly level up your skills as a developer, which that's why you must learn how to use them in real life cases and so on. So please, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned for more coding tutorials. Thank you very much.